Alright, I'm Sovereign Sage and we're going to go check out Arlecchino's story quest. Mainly because I haven't done it yet and she's been an anticipated character for a long time. I do like her, but she's not somebody I personally focus on. I don't really get into the Harbingers. The only Harbingers I actually care for is Skara and Child, literally, that's all. But she is cool. I do like her design, so when it comes to all of the other Harbingers, she is probably the third one I would probably focus on. I didn't really care for any of the other ones. They pretty much disinterested me. So we're going to enable this focus experience mode. Since this game has come out, they have changed a lot of things. And I've also complained about this to them many times before, that I have gotten locked out of quests and things that I wanted to do because another character somewhere in the world was doing something else that prevented me from doing the quest I wanted to do because it also needed them and they were somewhere else. And I also said that we needed something to allow us to cancel quests if we accept them. Either that or pause them. And they have actually implemented that. Because in the past I've actually gotten screwed out of getting weapons and like followers and other things because I was locked into another quest that I had accepted like months prior, even years prior. And when something came out that I wanted to do, I couldn't do it because I was tied into that other quest that I had accepted like months and years before the one that I wanted to do came out. A good example of that is when they released the little Oceanid, Edenia, or whatever her name was. I couldn't get that little follower because that was during what Child's Manor, and I was locked into another world quest that some other character was locked into, and I couldn't cancel it. And because it was a quest that took me too long to finish, that by the time I finished it, that event had ended, and I didn't get the little Oceanid follower because I couldn't complete the quest that she was in fast enough because I was locked into another one. So we're gonna go ahead and enable this. So basically it just focuses on focusing on the quest, and it cancels out locations and characters should other characters be in there. But I've already completed all of my quests and don't have anybody anywhere, but we're gonna accept it anyway. Let's see.
Huh, it's been a while since we visited Poisson. Maybe we should head over and have a look around.
Okay. So, I like how he flew right through that damn cord. So yeah, I just want to go look at this. Mainly because in this game, I'm one of those people who constantly go around doing multiple quests all at once. Like, I accept a world quest if I happen to be in that area. And some quests take me a while to finish. So, usually what happens is I leave the quest inactive. And then if something gets new added to the game, like months later or so, and I have accepted a quest in the past that needed someone for it, it locks me out. I'm trying to look for some treasure hoarders because I'm trying to ascend Kazuha's skills, and there's only like a few more points that I need. And I'm like locked out of it right now, and I can't find any treasure hoarders anywhere, which is kind of funny considering the fact they're supposed to be scattered literally everywhere. Nope. I hate when I do that. I have fast fingers. I double click and I double tap stuff, and I don't mean to do it, and it's really frustrating, especially when I'm like playing the Muso games like Samurai Warriors or Dynasty Warriors or Warriors Orochi. Normally it's the circle button to back out of the main menu, and sometimes I double tap it and it activates my character's Muso because the circle button is also the Muso button, but it's also the back button. It drives me insane when I do that. Keep finding a bunch of these like Fratuli people. I was trying to get that Geo Crystal Fly, and it avoided me so hard. It would be faster if I used Zhongli to do that, but I'm not going to pull him out. not gonna pull him out right now. Man, how is it that there's no one around here? It's probably because I was farming for some of these guys. The treasure hoarders, I was farming them down in the chasm. But there should be a bunch of them on the outside up here as well, and I'm just not finding them. It's kind of funny, because when I'm not looking for things, I find it everywhere. And then when I am looking for things, it's like nowhere. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to that. It's like the moment you're looking for stuff, can't find it. And then when you're not looking for it, it's everywhere. Okay, there's some up here. Just want to take them out real quick, because, let me show you. That's okay. So I need to get this to 4. And I know it says to prioritize his Kazuha slash, but I think I'm going to focus on his default attack. I like to build my characters my own way. I hate when people say, oh, you need to do it this way. It's like, no. I mean, sure, that could be effective for that playstyle, but I don't use his elemental skill all the time, which is this. I mean, it's okay, but it's not something I use. Most of the time you're worrying on basic attacks, so we're not really focusing on the skill stuff. I mean, I use it quite a bit, to be honest with you, in a way. I actually do, but I don't want to be consumed with that right now. Clearly it's... Okay.
Unsightly insects.
That guy lived. Built like a tank. It's probably not enough to get me what I need though, because he needed a blue one. Yeah, he needed a blue one. I mean, I could forge them. I think you need 3 to merge them into a blue one. But I don't know. So yeah, so let's let me get going here. So we need to go to Fontaine. Let me go here real quick just to look at something. Normally before I do character quests and stuff like that, I usually try to prepare a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna have to fight anything. And normally when it comes to character story quests, they usually give you that character of that chapter as a trial at some point throughout the story, depending on what their story is about. It all depends on what it's about. Here we go. Let me look at something really quick. The only 2 characters I know would be her and Goro. Where the hell are you? Where did he go? I must be hella blind. What the You freak kidding me, boy? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'll worry about Ascension stuff later. Yeah, he needs a few more for me to work on that. There's probably other characters who's, you know, kind of figured. I'm a girl broke, sick and wearing all of this. Yeah, I need to get her higher. See, I just got those for her, but I can't do it because I need to get her to level 80. Hold the phone. Damn it, I can do it if only... 80, right? He's like, I love to troll you. It is my life's duty. Usually, I'm like missing one or two things for them. See, I can get his to like 9 on 1 maybe. See, now he's missing everything. The way he just stares at me like that. Boy, don't cross your arms at me. You damn freak. His would have been these. Oh, Scara. Alright, let's go to where we should be. I'll worry about that on my own time. Yeah, my controller's been acting a little funny lately. My sensor's been acting funny. I don't have the money for a new one. Like, you know, PS4 controllers are like $60 new and used where I'm from. I don't have that money. Linny. Yeah. So they said that this story quest is going to be focusing on Linny, Lynette, Fremine, and Arlecchino, because of course they're her adoptive children. Linny and Lynette are really blood related, but Fremine is not. I feel like there's some people who get confused by that, even though it's literally said and mentioned numerous times in the game. Arlecchino is the master of the Hearth, House of the Hearth. This House of the Hearth is like this house that has a bunch of orphan children in it that don't have any place to go. So Arlecchino, kind of think of her as like a huge adoptive mother. She goes around picking up orphans. And she found these two. She actually saved Lynette when she was to be, like, abused by some man who bought her in, like, a sexual way. He was going to attack her. And she, like, I guess saved her by killing the guy and becoming her mother. So that's kind of sweet. Anyway, let's see where this goes. Just a background context in case people don't know who these characters are, though. At this point, I feel like everybody already knows this.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice!
So his voice line was broken. I think it's because I loaded into the zone too fast, but he was supposed to say, hey, over here, and he didn't.
Over here!
Oh. Now he says, no. Never mind, Liddy.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion.
Don't say it.
Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
I'm dying inside. If you couldn't tell, he's one of my favorite characters, so I might act a little giddy around him, and that's why.
You can say that again. What brings
He
you
agrees.
to Poisson?
He's like, I live here now.
Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Duh.
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Why is she talking so damn loud so that everyone can hear her?
Well...
I love how good that net behind him looks. It's ridiculous that it looks that good.
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Don't freaking do that!
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
She's like, I magitized via water fire.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
Paimon, you're giving yourself away so bad right now.
No need to be nervous.
Exactly.
I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
Oh?
Of course. I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Well, we are a little curious, or we still have our reservations about your organization, considering what you guys did to Venti at the beginning of the damn game. That's the whole reason why I don't really like Senora, because she kicks him and steals his gnosis, and then she bitch slaps him, and it's like, what? Like, Venti's a character I really like, and seeing him get beat like that was totally, like, uncalled for. Like, she slaps him, takes his gnosis, then kicks him when he's down, and that's not honorable, man. You don't kick a man when he's down. Like, what kind of patheticness is that?
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
Well, at least you're blunt about it and upfront about it. I appreciate that.
As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past.
Oh, you mean how I saved Child for you and how he was your main concern? She was like, save this Harbinger and I will spare you. As if I wouldn't save him already. He was my friend. Come on.
As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
Has the bottom of her eyes always had color? I always thought it was solid black with a red X. I didn't know she has like a faded blue-purple at the bottom. And it's kind of weird now that I'm noticing it. Because I always thought it was solid black, but it actually isn't. Huh.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Some sort of ghost story, maybe? I feel like I'm getting chills already. No. Some sort of ghost story, maybe?
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
I don't know. Children don't really seem threatening to me. Even seeing them as, like, ghosts, I don't think children are dangerous. I view children as more innocent beings. I don't really see them as, I'm gonna kill you with a knife in your sleep.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all.
Wait, so she believes that there really is a ghost inside her house, so she got worried and brought the children here because she believes it's real?
If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days. But why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
Why?
You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy.
Oh, you mean how I saved Farina?
If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright.
We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Oh my god.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen.
This is getting weird.
Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
Oh. Ignis Purgatorius. Cat. You know, there's a messed up thing that people have done with Kazuha's, this.
One with nature.
If you do that near animals, it pulls them, and it's ridiculous. I've seen people do that in Inazuma. There's like an area that has like 5 or 7 cats, and people use his wind attack, and it just pulls them all into a circle, and it like hits them over and over again, but it's not really hitting them. It's more like the wind picking them up and dropping them over and over again, and it looks ridiculous. I would do it, but then I don't want them to be like, oh, it's animal abuse in a video game that's not real. Oh my god. You know those people.
Time to go.
I actually love animals quite a bit. I'm actually a cat person. Dogs are cute, but I've always liked cats more. I've lost over, I want to say, 20 cats in my entire life, and I'm not even making that up. That's not a lie. I've actually had that many. I am 31 years old, and throughout my life, I've always had a cat, always. I've always had 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. That's why it's that many. Like, just last year in November, I had to put down one of my Siamese, and a couple years before that, like a month after my birthday, in 2022, I had to put his sister down. Put her down May 3rd, and my birthday's April 5th, so she was dying of something and I couldn't see her like that, so we had to put her down. And then a couple years, like about maybe half a year to a year before that, we had to put down another one. So now I only have 2 now. I have the mother to the other one that was put down, and then we got a new one recently.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
I've also only ever owned pit bulls as dogs. Some of my other ones died off on their own, but then somebody in my neighborhood actually poisoned 2 of the ones I had. There was someone in the neighborhood that was giving poisoned dog food to people's dogs, like poisoned food, and they were warning people on the news about it, and I guess they had did that to mine, and they died not too far from each other. It was a father and a son. And they died. So we don't keep dogs anymore because there's someone around here who doesn't like them and they've been targeting them. So we don't have dogs anymore, unfortunately.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to
I
run
have
into
fish,
you
by the
two
way.
earlier, I was actually in the middle of
Koi.
distributing
Koi
some
fish.
supplies.
Really?
With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with!
Let me put my hands on my hips like I just don't care.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not.
I feel like they've changed her voice over the years. Like, normally when she would talk, she would kind of talk like this. But now it's like she's talking like this. Like, have you noticed that? How her voice isn't so high-pitched anymore? It used to sound like that, and now it doesn't. It's kind of weird.
Like, now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate!
She voices, Karina Bediger. She voices another character in Tower of Fantasy that I like. There's a character in Tower of Fantasy named Fenrir, a girl with white hair, and she voices her. And that's why it's so different when I hear her talk from there to here, and it's like, ha. Also, Farina's voice actress, Amber Lee Connors, she voices a character in Tower of Fantasy as well, a character named Tsubasa, and I have her too. And Child's voice actor voices a character named Zero in Tower of Fantasy as well, and I also have him. So it's funny to hear them talk from game to game. Also, the one thing that throws me off is apparently Lenny's voice actor, Damon, I think that's how you say his name, because it's not like D-A-I-M-O-N, it's D-A-M-A. It's like Daman. It's almost what his name looks like. It would be like Duh Man. It's Damon. He voices Blade in Honkai Star Rail. And that character is so different compared to Lenny. I'm like, how the fuck is that the same guy? It's impressive, to say the least, that he can change his voice so drastically like that. It's weird.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
I prefer the Lenny voice. It's more soft and approachable, as where his Blade voice is more like, "Die, darkness, blades!" And Lenny's more like, "Fire, magic, softer pitch." But it's also because the characters are different, obviously. But it's interesting to see how people can change their voice. I mean, I can do that too. People have also told me that I have an interesting vocal range. So I can also change my voice to what I want it to be. It's all kind of easy, really. Get the wheat through the box! Running. 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 They're just standing around.
Lenny! We're finally here! The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep. Here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
Just keep staring at me. See, I think this game is weird because there's like, depending on what twin you pick, I feel like people of the opposite gender stare at you funny. And that's why people say when you're playing this game as Ether, the game feels like a damn harem, because all the women like act like they want him. But it's only a few female characters that do. It's not all of them. But when you're playing as Lumine, some things hit different versus if you're playing as Ether. So him staring so hard at her, if you're playing as Ether, I wonder how that hits. I wouldn't know.
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Bro, you are way too close.
No way!
Yes, way!
Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Oh my god. Apparently a
One
celebrity.
at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
I'm gonna go become one with the water, Lenny. Please don't worry about me. I want to go be free. I want to be like the fish in the morning pond.
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous. Of course! Father and Lenny have told us so much about you.
Did they tell you how I absolutely, without a doubt, dominated Skara, who used to be one of your harbingers, but you wouldn't know that because he erased himself from the Tree of Armansol, so you don't know who he is anymore. Never mind.
Father told us about how you helped Lenny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
Well, I do have the power of Geo, but I wouldn't say that I can absolutely move mountains. That is absurd.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Delore in just 3 days.
Not even 3 days, more like 1 day.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
Mine's also a bit of a stretch.
Oh, wait! When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you!
Exactly, I didn't bring any candy.
Come on, we insist! I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Oh my god, how old are you, like 7?
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Oh my god.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right?
This is
When it comes to
Toma.
eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
Bro, I can't tell if it is, but it almost kind of sounds like Toma when he talks. Because Toma kind of has like a flair to his voice. Like a upbeatness. And I can't tell if it is, because sometimes they use main voice actors to voice other lines in-game, because you know, why would you not? But it's obvious to tell when it's actually another main character. I could be wrong, but it sounds like him.
I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
It's kind of funny, because Tomo's voice actor is actually the voice director for the other voice actors. So it's interesting that he not only directs other people with their lines, but has lines of his own. Well, at least he knows how it would be done, because you know, he directs other people, so he wouldn't need help with his own character, and I find that to be quite interesting.
Wait, when you said gift, I didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
Love my stealth tactics with my poison apples, turning into sleeping bis raffles.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
Oh, that little kid's gonna throw a tantrum.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Oh my god. The dangerous suggestions keep coming one after another. You start to get a bit overwhelmed.
Alright, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts.
See, that's why people spread rumors, because if everyone in the House of the Hearth is like poison and my snail tactics and my butter knife and my drawer, like they really think that all of these children are psychos.
You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
We definitely feel the love.
Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I think that almost sounds like Bennett's voice actress, because Bennett's voiced by a girl. That little kid sounds like him in a way.
Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
This little girl reminds me of the type of, oh my god, Cindy stole the boy that I like in class, therefore I will put poison in her donuts and watch her die in the courtyard. Isn't that the vibes? Am I the only one getting vibes like that, or is it just me?
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, see you later.
Bye. Gonna disappear into the darkness.
Bye!
Uh-huh.
Lenny, about that poison and stuff tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it?
No.
That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
That little boy strangling all of his family pets seems like really horrible, fucked up shit. I don't know how you could get along with someone like that. He needs help. Like, seriously, what the fuck? That's like me, oh, I stabbed my husband at night because I was just curious if he would be more reflective while he was asleep. Like, what? Huh? What? You don't say shit like that.
Filio, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Oh my god.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
So what color exactly is Lenny's hair? Because sometimes it looks like it's like a light beige when he's in the light, and then sometimes it looks like it's like a faded dark light pink. Because he has like red in his hair, because if you look at Lynette, her hair is also kind of like a brown with green, and his is like almost like a, maybe like a blonde pink with red, and it's hard to tell what color that's supposed to be.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Yes.
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
You only have 2 nations left, Natlan and Sejnaya, and then we'll conquer them all.
Oh, good for you.
Lady, you have like resting bitch face, and it's funny.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Those blue tentacle-like things sticking out of the boxes around this place fucking disturb me. I guess they're supposed to be eels, but I don't see it that way.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Spend some time talking about question. Becomes more
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Well, your hair's like such a dark brown. Depending on what color you're going for, you would have to probably bleach it first, and that could be not ideal, cheaply.
Is it this Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Oops.
Man, she really looks like a baby right here.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
That's not what he meant. It's that she was saying something that we shouldn't have heard.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Okay? The fuck? Lenny?
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
I feel like I'm being watched, bro.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
It's best not to pry. We should have observed for now.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Lenny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Lenny's like, I am out of here. What is he, below me? What is this? Yeah, it looks like the exact same little house thing that he used to capture, kidnap Farina.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
They've certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent.
Nothing wrong with
So
that.
if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
That's a good thing.
Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
You're making me feel really weird, Scarlet.
Of course!
Then let's head out.
Fremine?
Fremine? What are you doing here?
Staring at a box like a freak. He's like, I wonder if I could sleep in this. What?
Hey, nice to see you again!
Hello, friend.
You too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Watch her be like, that's not true, shut the hell up. I like Fremine because he's so shy and cute.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon is drooling already.
Like, he seems somebody you could get along with easily because he comes off so shy that he's not somebody who would backstab you because he doesn't even have the guts to do it.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
Man, you are prying so hard, Lenny. Jesus Christ. He's just standing here. What makes you think he's looking for something?
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
I could see if he was, like, leaning over inside that box like he's Link from The Legend of Zelda, but he was not.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
Are you planning on running away?
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water, wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I'm gonna go escape.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? and...
He's lying so hard.
Fremine,
Lanny's not that dumb. He's very perceptive.
you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
You're not blood related, though.
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Yes. Just follow me.
Like how we're like, well, give him some space, yet he's like, come with me right the freak now. I could tell, because what he's asking for, it's like, are you planning on running away? People only ask for that type of shit if they're like going away. Is it up or down? Back here? The little girl. I think I've seen this girl in photos before.
You're back! Oh, and you've got some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
That fish, bro. In the background, though.
Hi, Lenny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth. Just like you.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of this little girl, and she's really distinctive looking, and I always thought it was odd.
You can call me Clairvy.
Clairvy?
See, he's never even heard of her.
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Lenny?
Also, she has a very noticeable Lumido spell necklace on her neck.
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in.
See, Lumido spells are a symbol of parting, so it's kind of odd that she's wearing that.
She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I have just been keeping her hidden.
That sounds fucking weird, bro.
For how long?
5 years.
About half a month now.
Oh my god! So for like, what, 2 weeks?
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
Oh, you know, it's fine.
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
Oh, you know, because I felt like it.
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that.
I know Fremine is like innocent and he doesn't hang out with people, especially of the opposite gender, so I hope this isn't turning into some fucking weird shit. Like, I found this girl and she's mine. Like, it's kind of coming off that way slightly, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Linny, don't you remember last year? Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him.
But let me guess, this girl did.
That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life.
That person outside with their car needs to fucking stop.
That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices. It's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
You're just gonna leave me here with her? Are you freaking kidding me?
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
Oh my god.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
Mm-hmm.
No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I for one wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lenny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life.
So Anger.
No one can replace you.
You're gonna freak me out.
I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
There's something about Linny that does kind of like rub me wrong in a way. He's one of those people who care too much and he gets mad because he cares. I mean, I understand that. When you care about somebody and they do something without considering your actions, yeah, it makes you mad. And you only get mad because you care. But he seems like the type of guy that if you were to get in a serious relationship with him and you're like, I don't need you, I'm dragging you down, please just let me be. He'd be the type who would like force you to stay. He comes off with kind of forceful, and then he'll try to say it's because I care that I'm doing this. And there's something about it that just rubs me the wrong way about that, because I've been in abusive relationships before and they've said shit like that to me. So when I see Linny kind of coming off that way, I'm just like, oh, not again.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
Wait, really?
Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
Little kid. Gonna run.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
Everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
But sometimes, having guests around can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
I think it'll be better if we stick around. Exactly.
I just... Thank you.
You're giving me the feeling again.
I was really hoping to keep you out of it.
You're freaking me out.
But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
I'm fine. He makes me feel like there's a giant centipede with thousands of legs wrapping around my heart in the center of my chest. Does that make any sense?
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down.
They freak me out when they do these side character angles, when they put one character to like the far side of any, like the far left or the far right, and they do like a slight swooping. Because usually when they do that, it's because there's someone that's supposed to appear behind them, and since she appeared behind us at the beginning of this quest, I feel like, is that going to happen again? Is she gonna just be like, oh, so you're hiding shit from me?
That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I feel like, Arlecchino's been watching the whole time, and I think she already knows.
I've tried that already.
There's no way she doesn't. Because the angles that they're showing it from make it seem like somebody is watching from afar, like up on the bridge when we were following Linny, and then from that tree just now. Those are two different angles since this quest has started that they keep kind of emphasizing, and it's like,
And?
See, this angle too.
Nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
She's bound to someone or something then.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Yeah, I do actually. Normally when a spirit travels from thing to thing, place to place, it's usually because they are attached to either a person or an item. So there's either something within the hearth that has been being moved in which she is attached to, and that's why she appears.
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they die, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremini, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I don't know, I like these two characters a lot, but hearing them say shit like, I'll protect you with my life, it's like, you're coming on a little too strong. I really appreciate the notion, really I do, but you're freaking me out. Fucking stop.
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Uh-huh.
I swear.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about this? Is they're opposites, if you'd noticed. Linny is fire, pyro. Fremine is ice, cryo. And Lynette is animal, wind. Lynette. Told you.
Whoa!
Lynette!
You scared me.
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
You are keeping things from me, you stupid son of a bitch. It'd be funny if she said that.
And, when exactly did you get here?
Anger. Do it.
You're an idiot, brother.
I've been following you this whole time. So those camera angles I was talking about, the one who was watching us was her?
And you too, Fremine.
Don't say
You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
What do you want with me? Stop.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Oh my god.
If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
I'm not gonna say anything about that fucking sentence.
Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Ah, you freaking...
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
Oh, you know, the perfectly stacked lasagna that has not been touched yet. You say you're full? Okay.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
I just fucking said that. She can't actually eat. Well, she's a spirit.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
Obviously not.
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Well, she's a child. Most children don't know what death is.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody?
That necklace she's wearing, I tell you, like, it's the only thing that stands out about her whole design. Not only is it her hair, but I feel like the necklace has something to do with the necklace. I could be wrong.
The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
Wait.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed. Wait, does that mean the name?
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
It'd be funny. The camera just zooms on her face, and she's like, your eternal damnation. My wish is your eternal damnation.
To go outside.
She's gonna do magic.
Where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
No. Do you know what that actually means?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
What did she mean by that? Things can't be this simple.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremini, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
He's like, go fuck off in the water.